first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear? Absolutely big blast.
The Magister lies on the floor. The Magister lies on the floor.
Being unleashed by the Order once was quite enough.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
Get yourself up the ladder! There's a... Wait! Void Woken!
Let the games begin.
Into the dark with you.
They who are about to triumph salute.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
So the Order's right about one thing. We have tracked Voidwoken. Am I the lone survivor? Only one way to find out. Any man who put his likeness in stone is a fool in my book.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
He shrugs and continues the game with a mirror, inspecting inside his nostrils and around the back of his knees.
Sauce? They told me I'm a sorcerer.
The child screws up his face and looks at you hard. He lifts his mirror up to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any sauce on you or me. I guess they're wrong or crazy. No one cares where I go. They know I can't leave the island. It's nicer out here than inside anyway. But you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see. Guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary. You can stay out here with me if you want.
Imagine having the gall to want 100 generations gazing at your own face. Imagine having the gall to want 100 generations gazing at your own face.
You can stay out here with me if you...
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he? Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smoldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further. If you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Touché.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the... Yes, but these weren't castles in the sky, were they? Quite obviously, I was musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Oh, may the seven have mercy on their own creation. I am... Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities. The grandeur that is my fate had truly A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first, even if you are, as a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of very well. Onwards, then, to victory or death.
The Red Prince...
Now, as your luck would have it, I seem to be... Of course, there are other forms.
Black cat. Maybe my luck is about to change.
What's this? I found something.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at its eyes.
One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
Alexander.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use.
This can't be
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent, you!
Bishop Alexander looks up at the sound of your voice, curiosity on his face. Recognition seems to flicker in his eyes for a moment, but then he shakes his head and looks back towards the suffering Atusa. Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground.
Stop! My father, the fate of our realm hangs in the balance. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe...
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Quiet. Hush. Listen.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with its eyes.
Come on, old man. I can't wait on.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
I find any bread. I want no trouble.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you... Oh, it's just... I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one. In that case, listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get cured. I don't know if I believe it. And I have a way out of here. It won't be easy and I need a part. Are you interested? Attaboy. Who wouldn't? Finally, the plan's simple. There's an artifact that you can use to teleport me out of this place. Then I can use my spell to free you in turn. This item, though, it's in quite an unfortunate location. And how many would make it before the guards noticed? 4? 5? Every bloody sorcerer in this place? Nah, they'd have to take their own chances. I need one accomplice, no more. It's found its way into a nest of crocodilians on a secluded beach nearby. Here, give me your map and I'll show you where to go. I'm glad you're of such a mind. I never was one for gore myself, but never mind. I've got the plan and you've got to get that artifact. And you and I are as good as free. Go give those
So the Voidwoken are attracted to Source. But why?
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again.
What? Oh, new, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home.
When another divine arises, will Source change back? What if there are no sorcerers?
Yet so quickly, we find Source is so dangerous.
So, what's the news? lottery, eh? My number could be up.
The shrine depicts Lucy and the Divine. Abbot Alo, your knees buckle.
Shrine, by the looks of it. So this is Fort Joy.
What a crumbling disaster.
A delivery. Surely you have one.
Here's the goods.
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation. I intend to rule an empire one day, not a tiny outcropping in the sea. To that end, I suggest we focus on the obvious, as am I. A prince should die of old age or on the battlefield. Anything else could be construed as weakness of character. That said, I've the distinct feeling I wasn't meant to die today. For despite your heroics, I was still cast into the water. But there was something in the water. A voice made of air that's truly... How intriguing. Still...
He hesitates.
Are you a religious person? A pity. Religious persons tend to be all too self-important in their supposed humility.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves did meet some...
As for myself, after all, when one is revered by many as a living god oneself, public deprecation would be needlessly self-important as well, wouldn't you say? There was a small incident which prompted my many rivals to move against me. Technically, such a nuisance, the law. What I meant was, sadly, that enlightened point of view quite clearly turned out to be academic. If not, I hardly know you as yet. Let's leave some...
The old dog whimpers sad.
Rest now. You'll lay yourself to the grave.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. She was among the sorcerers with whom you fought the Voidwoken down in the hold of the sinking. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into...
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Who are you? But you did. And now the tables have turned. You look quite startled to me.
A push, a pivot, and now despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice a flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Because it is my desire to question him. You see, but now I'm free. I intend to raise the subject with him. No.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, that makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your proposal.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided deers around here would argue such a thing is impossible. Oh, you know what? I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual...
Let's discuss our respective roles then. You mean, as a rogue, my speciality is stealth. The quick silence of the dagger striking us suits me fine. Lead on. Or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of problem. Just as you're about to address the lizard, the Red Prince bars you with an outstretched arm.
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here while I speak. Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer stand up and pay attention, which he does in a groveling and awkward manner. The dreamer then chews and swallows a handful of Drudenay leaves before slipping. He falls. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before turning his back on the jabbering dreamer. You receive a withering glance in
a deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. But though this sting-tailed fellow may be a less than stellar specimen in the firmament of dream, turns out the dreamers, though, they're on my side. That's because you haven't seen that other world in all its glory. Oh, I would, but to keep it Bahari.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too, if I chewed that much Drudenay.
As you're about to approach the lizard...
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He has wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
To your surprise, you hear him then. Seville, he...
Chat's over.
Demon elf, how dare you strike down a dreamer?
Such is my prerogative, Prince. And doubly so, my pleasure.
Something on your mind? It's simple. He scarred me, so I scarred him.
She defies you with...
Can you blame me? Justice tends to be. Anyway, what's dead is done, so let's move on, shall we? Despite my high hopes, this scar disfigures me still. The search for the master continues, of course. Hungry work, the hunt. Stingtail mentioned a cook.
Patience, Mal. Patience.
I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red, then dead. Them that pay the bills, of course. Time's up, Your Highness. It's stabbing time.
Alexander. But
stay back, sorcerer, and
You should
stay such.
Bishop too.
the fake Alice.
Yeah.
What a waste.
Hush now.
Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Quiet. Hush. Listen.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
I find I need bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or bread?
So this is Fort Joy.
The delivery. Surely
What
you'll
a
have
crumbling disaster.
Oh.
Hey, Freshie. What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? And don't just like everyone. So, if you're done wasting my...
Amid the squalor of Fort, she, with her eyes, are focused on a lizard's nose.
You see,
Up this.
but no, and
She drives.
that makes you alive.
A bright.
Make your case and do it quickly. What is? Oh, you know what? I'm not.
With a cash.
Let's just. You mean as a rogue, my speciality is suit. Then
You're not quite certain.
they're ravaged among the ruins. That is all we are. We may see no bars, but we are firmly Shouldn't be too hard. Trust. Let's save those for later, shall we? Not in a final. Why did you assume I? The only and one must cull. I walk.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
If we have different.
Just as you're about to address this, he bids that he falls the red you receive.
A dessert? Did that? Oh, I...
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers, too, if I chewed that much Drudene.
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
What? But I... So... Not to worry. Not to worry.
What took you so long? I'm ready to take up.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep
A moment's pause. I had thought us too wicked for rest. We may see no bars, but we are firmly behind them here. Let's save those for later, shall we? Shouldn't be too hard, trust me. May require some needlework, though.
As you're about to approach.
Listen, I need to have a chat.
To your surprise, you hear that.
Chat's over.
Demon elf. How dare you strike down a dreamer?
Such is my prerogative, Prince. And doubly so, my pleasure.
The cat's eyes are its eyes.
bugs now.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
Sabine gently places a...
Let me have a word with the gentleman, would you?
Sabine steps forward, a little back and forth.
Thank you. We should make good on our escape, you know. I have to see a man about a wolf in the Hollow Marshes. Did I disappoint you? Zalaskar's his name.
Worse than war rat.
Griff is slowly...
What? Who's asking?
He smirks.
I'm listening. Sure. Good stuff, huh?
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
Take your coin then.
I got that special shipment you was asking after.
Keep it down, will you?
Can't help you there. If I could, I wouldn't be here peeling goddamn potatoes.
He points the tip of his blade.
I solved my... They'll cure you of your sauce. Sure. Have a good stuff, huh?
Heading into the kitchen? Ha! Cheeky. What's your name? All right, Slick. I haven't seen you around here before. When did you get in? All right, easy now. You seem sweet, but I'm more curious about you than a bunch of cheesy lines. Ha! Thank you. Long enough, I reckon. I'm surprised they haven't come for me yet. Most folks get taken away for the cure after just a week or two. Everyone talks a big game when they get here. Big games get smaller when you've got one of their weapons in your face, though.
She laughs. The sound...
Now, wouldn't that be... Look, I have an idea. I know we don't know each other very well, but time is so short and a connection is so rare. If we get out of here, will you meet me again in Arks?
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves did mean so much.
She leans forward and grazes your cheek with her...
Until then.
She smiles and gives you a...
Soon!
She smiles and gives you a...
Soon!
Worse than war rations, these.
Her eyes...
Can't change that now, I'm afraid.
Need something in the kitchen, do you?
Something on your mind? It's simple. Can you blame me? Justice. Anyway, what's dead is done. The search for the master continues, of course. Hungry work. Stingtail mentioned...
Careful. Don't want to catch Griff in a bad mood.
The shrine depicts Lucy and the Divine. It does not.
Shrine, by the looks of it.
Disgusting. Just like all your kind. I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue jester this
The woman
round.
is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly, as she catch...
Ben Mist! Ifan! Ben Mist! You killed them! You killed them! He killed them all! Murderer! Keep him away from me!
Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster Ben Mist away from me. Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster Ben Mist away from me.
That's it. I call cool. Looky here, mates. A fresh face. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First, chuff to you, Chief. Here you go.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple...
Quiet the hand, Freshy. I'm sure the Reds told ya. No one gets along with... Are you really gonna make this so hard, Freshy? We'll see about that.
bleeding.
As you're about to approach...
Listen, I need to have a
to your... You there, Seville.
Shut...
How dare you strike down a dreamer?
Such is my prerogative, Prince. And doubly so, my pleasure.
Something on your mind? It's simple.
She defied.
Can you blame me? Justice. Stingtail mentioned...
Easy, eh?
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around, Griff. I'm watching you. Ha! Cheeky. What's your name?
Worse than war rations, these.
All right, Slick. Haven't seen you around here before. All right, easy now. You seem... Ha! Thank you. You mean it? Or is that another line of yours? I used to play the harp, you know. Mostly around Arcs, although sometimes we'd travel down to Driftwood. Might be you saw one of my performances. Long enough, I reckon. I'm surprised at them, but those are just dreams. No one can escape from here.
She laughs.
Now, look, I have an idea. I know we don't know each other very well, but time is so short and a connection is so rare. If we get out of here, will you meet me again in Arcs?
Dwarves did mean so much.
I have responsibilities here. I can't start running around outside the family. It isn't.
Nice and slow.
Sabine gently places...
Let me have...
Sabine's little...
Thank you. Naught but Zala scars.
If a magister finds us here, you forget my name, eh? Everything there?
Ain't fit for beasts.
Do whatever you want.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? It's just, I've a proposition. In that case, listen up. I've been here, I have a... Are you interested? Attaboy. The plan, there's an artifact that you can use to teleport me out of this place. Then I can use my spell. It's found its way into a nest of crocodilians on a... Not enough to trouble up. Get that artifact, and you and I are as good as free. Go give those lizards...
Watching. That's your fifth blue jest of this round.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat as she catches...
Ben, you can't.
Yeah, what of it?
Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster bednest away from me.
Little respect for
Looky here, mate. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? No problem, Freshie. In that case, enjoy your stay. But, I'm sure the Reds told ya, no one gets along without paying the interment fee. So, let's make this easy. Empty your pockets. Now, why would I go and do a thing like that, Freshie? Honour! Go on, then. Whatever
Our Father, who presideth over us all.
Greetings, child. I find myself in your so-called divine lands, yet I feel his absence. No disrespect, eh?
Send us your children, your supplicants, a new divine.
That's it. I call Paul.
Will you quit dragging this on? Ain't that hard, Lexi? Just hand over the gold.
Oh, not. He hasn't changed a bit.
If it's bad luck when a black cat crosses your path, how bad is it if they die on it?
Leave me. Go. No.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
Take your coin then.
Griff is slowly...
What? Out with it.
He smirks.
I'm listening. Sure. Have a look. Good stuff, huh?
Everything there? Good.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
Everything there? Good.
Oh, they'll cure you of your sauce. Can't help you there.
He points the tip of...
I solve my own problems.
Worse than war rations, these.
Brachus Rex, the statue...
take you.
Looking for a match? You'll have a good head on most of the competition, that's for certain. A good tail, too. You'll find out.
Ain't fit for beasts.
You come to fight. You come to prove yourself. You come to be worthy.
She scoffs.
To prove you are the what? Never mind. Good. Who aids you? Choose wisely. Whether you've...
My fight is strong.
Do not
no
lose
way
hope.
I'll be bested.
The one will arrive in time.
Griff glances from his blade.
Sure, have a look.